The hardcore YouTube scene has always been a roller coaster. Often you get great content, but other times it's just a pile of clickbait, cheats and unoriginal content, aka garbage. The creators care less and less about the content itself, but rather the money they get. People are still publishing 100-day videos with the most random mods nobody even know existed. The era of overstimulated, screaming, highly edited content is slowly dwindling from the platform, and viewers are starting to value honesty and real content over those retention-based videos. And now I'm happy to welcome you to the hardcore series where I don't care. I'm telling you this because I'm about to place 9 million emerald blocks, which isn't only stupid but also took quite a long time. Personally, this ends my year-long saga of beacons, but by the looks of things, people will never stop making them. This project was planned 14 months ago, when I collected the emerald blocks, in case you thought I just copied someone. This is much rather me finishing every last possible thing before building the biggest base you've ever seen. After a few days of being AFK at the raid farm, it came to compacting the emeralds into blocks and transporting them to the build site. For this, after manually loading boxes since I can remember, I finally had the idea to add 32 fast shulker box loaders to the crafting system output, collecting all the blocks for me and neatly putting them in chests. Even this still took a few hours, but eventually it was done. Instead of transporting everything over at once, I just went to my raid farm picking up 100,000 blocks every time, which lasts me a few hours. In total, I crafted 10 million emerald blocks, leaving a few for stray beacons, powering the entire 4 million square meters, which will eventually become my house after 23,000 days of playtime. Yeah, I still don't really have a house. Getting back to the title, I streamed every second of me placing these blocks to an unlisted playlist, which is linked in the description. To place the blocks efficiently, I used Tweakaroo's fast right click, which is basically just an in-game auto-clicker with a tiny bit of reach, allowing me to place 4 blocks below the player. Doing this 4 times makes one layer of this beacon 16 blocks tall, and you might know what's coming next. But before building the entire beacon, I made a smaller version long ago, which was already shown in the last video. But I'm Tempo and I don't do small or unfinished projects. Let's get this thing done.
Now they only wanna bring you down. Yeah, they only wanna steal your fire. You will see the fear that's in your heart. You will take it and you will go higher. Steal your fire. Steal your fire. Steal your fire. Steal your fire. We are
This is currently the second biggest beacon out there. The third place used Lightmatica printer, which is just slightly overpowered, and the first place is questionable to say the least. But it was never my goal making the biggest beacon, I just wanted the biggest base. We're not done though. I designed a pretty cool decoration covering the entire beacon, and while I'm collecting the 230,000 blocks for that, I'll give you some stats. This beacon is 192 blocks tall, with a side length of 384 blocks, with each layer being 16 blocks tall. Splitting the bottom layer into cubes makes this a 23 by 23 beacon base, absolutely shattering any previous use of this 1:16 upscale. Also, this is a case of two people having the same idea. Nobody stole anything here. Quickly analyzing the area, the final emerald block count is 9,144,913 blocks, and I just got done collecting all the decoration materials. This included 50,000 melons, which I got by expanding my melon farm. I already had 42,000 lime wool and could easily smelt the 33,000 lime terracotta with my furnace array. The combined 76,000 concrete and 78,000 concrete powder also required an upgrade of my gravity duper storage, which looks so much better now. With everything collected, I started one last stream and got to placing. I totally intended for this to be another time-lapse, but I actually got a corrupted replay that I couldn't fix, even after extensive help from the replay mod support team. Right now you're watching the cheaply edited version, and for the doubters, I did stream all of this too. As the cherry on top, I designed a nice looking scaled up beacon block, which had just enough space to house a portal and my netherite beacon. Oh, it's off center and we can't have that. I really underestimated expanding this tiny beacon from a 9x9 to a 10x10, adding 52 netherite blocks or 1800 ancient debris, which basically emptied my entire storage. Totally worth it though. That's another project done, taking me exactly 138.51 hours of pure placing time, not even including the collecting, crafting and expanding of the farms. Lastly, I killed a good 30 wandering traders in the process and got struck by lightning 3 times. I don't recommend building a beacon if any of you thought about doing it, rather build something actually cool, which I'll do in the next video, cleaning up my entire starter base and decorating 364,000 square meters around my world spawn in preparation for the Megabase. See you there!